Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Welcome. Christmas Eve edition Coffee and Sports Morning Show. I know y'all not used to seeing my face up here, but you know what? Had to grace y'all. Christmas spirits coming up tomorrow. You know, the Christmas. I had to grace my presents for y'all this morning. But what's up, y'all? As y'all know, it's Key, and I'm always in the building. Got my guy, the NFL genius this morning. Gene, what's going on with you?
I got my coffee and my WrestleMania mug, Philadelphia. Feeling good. Christmas Eve. Listen, I'm prepared. Normally, Christmas Eve morning, I'm still out like, I gotta get 3 more gifts before I go to my holiday party.
That's going to be me later.
I'm prepared. And listen, the Eagles feel good too. The Eagles feel very good to me.
I did some little bit. Just the last little minute, it's like the one thing you couldn't find, so it's just one more kid I got to get for it. So, other than that, as far as Christmas goes, we good. I got myself a Christmas gift. That was the biggest one, so I don't expect nothing else from anybody. But I got myself something. But got some things to get in. Huh?
Are you gonna share?
Oh, I got a terrain.
Oh, let's go.
I'm back on the road. I'm back on the road. I couldn't go into the new year without a whip, so I had to fix that. So just no little nothing fancy. So
do you whip and nay?
You already know. you already know it. Again, it's not too much for y'all today. We're gonna break down, of course, all the games in the tomorrow slate as far as NFL, NBA. Break down the playoff scenario, what's going on, who clinched, who still has that chance, who needs some help, all that good jazz. But before we get into things here, biggest topic right now that's going on, we got DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf is suspended for the rest of the 2 games. And Pittsburgh, it kind of puts them in a bind a little bit. Pittsburgh is still in the driver's seat right now in that division in the North. They got 2 games left. They need to win out. They don't have their star wide receiver, only because, he interacted with that fan. He tried to appeal it. It's upheld. He's losing out money about 55 mil and his game checks. He's saying before that he's complained about this guy before when he was with Seattle. I've seen footage. He said it was something racial. I didn't hear anything. Only thing I heard him was say, so you butthurt because he said your government name. Only thing I can go by. Who's in the wrong? I mean, obviously he's in the wrong because you shouldn't interact with a fan. But if you didn't hear slurs and there's no footage and there's, everybody's trying to find this footage, do you kind of say DK's blaming the race card, or is it he just didn't want to hear his real name?
I mean, Key, here's the thing to me, and I mentioned this in our chat last night, and I'll say it here. There's a lot of things I don't like really speaking on. And as a white person that speaks on if a white person said something racist or not, I don't want to put myself in that because I've experienced secondhand racism where someone has been racist to someone with me, and it's disgusting, right? I can't stand it. It bothers me. So part of me gets angry internally to think that someone would lie over someone speaking something racist to them, knowing how hurtful that is, right? So DK Metcalf, I'm very disappointed in him. But the reason I don't take such a hard plant my flag and stance on this is because if it comes out and the guy did say something like that, I don't want to be looking like I got egg on my face, but it looks like that's not what happened. It looks like he said his first name, and like Myles Garrett, he used the race card as a way to avoid punishment and get sympathy. And that shit bothers me. It just bothers me.
I mean, in the video, I mean, again, we don't know what he said. We've seen people say crazy stuff too, and then I'm on a line of view. I hate people as well. I'm just like I don't hate everybody, but I just hate the why racism. Why we gotta say all this? Everybody bleeds the same color when you cut them, and we all red. I just don't know. I mean, Sergeant said DK is being a diva. Jury's lost respect for DK. I just don't know. He's had a subpar season, in my opinion. I don't know. It's just like, why lie over 40 million if because you clearly even the fan was like, all I said was his name. All I said was his government. He said he had no problem.
Well, the reason you would lie would be 55 million.
Right.
All right. So I hear what you're saying, but if he gets the government, I mean, not the government, if he gets to the NFL sympathy because they thought this guy said, there's multiple videos. Like, I don't know if he said something earlier and I didn't hear it.
Right.
Like, there's videos of this guy and you can hear him say, Decarius. Like, you can hear it. He's just taunting him.
Yeah.
If I'm being completely honest with you, I love that shit. As far as taunting players, I want to go to a 76ers Sacramento Kings game, get close enough to the floor and yell Westbrook. Because I want him to hit me. I could sue. I can make all this money in the world. I get him ejected from the game. I would love for a professional athlete to swing at me for saying Westbrook. And I'm going to say Westbrook or Benjamin Simmons. He has no J. Or the reason he chose fishing instead of hunting is because he can't shoot.
You're right.
I want to say shit like that. I disagree. That's the goal. That's the goal for me. If I go to a 76ers game and I can respectfully, not like call you like
right, not be all right,
get you to take a swipe at me. Let's go. But the racial slur is where I lost it.
Well, Pittsburgh's gonna have to figure it out what to do without their guy. I mean, they still got they got Freiermuth. They still got some other playmakers, but they gotta win out these last two games. Baltimore got to do something, to win as well. But that North Division might come down to that last game. Baltimore and Pittsburgh for the division. DK's around our test.
I don't think it comes down to that, though, Key, because I think Baltimore loses to Green Bay tomorrow. Or is it not tomorrow? Saturday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow to play the games is terrible.
Yeah, tomorrow's games is poop. Is due to better, in my opinion.
The home teams tomorrow. I just want to.
They all division games too.
The home teams tomorrow are starting Max Brosmer, Marcus Mariota, and Chris Oladipo.
And he's the third string.
33 quarterbacks starting for the home team tomorrow.
That's why I think everybody's going to be going. That's why everybody's going to be going NBA, in my opinion, to the slate.
I think the NBA slate is much better, but we'll go over both.
Yeah. Anything else before we move on with the whole DK situation? Does he stay in Pittsburgh after this? Like, yeah.
I mean, I think he'll still stay in Pittsburgh, if I'm being honest with you, but I don't know. Just the end of the day, I'm embarrassed for him.
Also Denzel Perryman, he's going to miss the Chargers final 2. He loses an appeal. I don't even know. Like, I was like, what did he do? He violated. He's a repeat offender of violations of playing rules intended to protect the health and safety of players. So something with the NFL player committee, he violated something. So,
he drops his helmet and he goes how he treats his body like a torpedo. That Ryan Flanery, the guy from the Dallas Cowboys, the wide receiver, he literally torpedoed the
Flanell. Okay.
That's I mean, this is what else is new? A Charger, a Jim Harbaugh guy, or DeMeco Ryans guy, or a Sean Payton guy. All three of those coaches have a history of having guys that play dirty, that play, with that, I want to hurt you. I watched the Broncos play. It looks like they try to hurt people. And I blame that completely on Sean Payton's bitch ass.
Yeah, there's something about Denver, in my opinion. It's just their defense is great. Don't get me wrong. It's just offensively is where I kind of suspect about them a little bit. But getting to these games here. Well, Pro Bowl, of course. We all know the Pro Bowl is not the same it used to be. You don't go to Hawaii. You don't go. Usually back in the day, it was after the Super Bowl, and you was in Hawaii. That's their vacation. Then they got to a point where, okay, yeah, we can go to the Pro Bowl, but now you can't do nothing. So it was a bunch of flag. It was a flag fest. Couldn't do this, couldn't do that. Took the fun out of things. So now they started to do flag football and different type of games, I guess, whatever, just to make it fun. In my opinion, I don't mind it. But the rosters here, not say questionable, but I do have. So the only ones who didn't have a Pro Bowler was the Jets and the Saints, I believe, in Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, he didn't have that great of a season, but look who his QB was. So that's the only 3 teams who didn't have a Pro Bowl. Our Eagles had 5, which I question our 5. Two I think could be switched out. I think you can take out Cam Jurgens and Jalen Carter, insert Goddard and Jordan Davis. That's just my opinion. Go here.
I think Jordan Davis being snubbed is disgusting.
Absolutely.
I also think that Danielle Hunter and Devin Lloyd has been incredible. I think that the NFL and the voters, or it's because everybody's got to vote for the Pro Bowl. It's ridiculous. But the NFL completely disrespects the Jacksonville Jaguars. Someone needs to explain to them that they're 11-4 and they have a very clear path to the 1 seed.
It's a popularity thing. He's like Zay Flowers. How Zay Flowers get in?
I look at it this way, and I'll ask you the same question, Keith. I don't think the Patriots could lose at New York or at home versus the Dolphins.
Nah.
I think both those games are very winnable games for the Patriots. Mm-hmm. So I think the 1 seed will be the Patriots because I think the Broncos will end up losing the last game of the season versus the Chargers. That's just my opinion. With that being said, though, if the Broncos slip up at all, the Patriots slip up at all, and the Broncos lose a game, the AFC would run through Jacksonville.
That's crazy. Jacksonville hadn't had like a playoff this high since what was that 2017 season? They had Saxonville.
I just don't. I don't feel like they get enough credit at all. They're 11-4. Trevor Lawrence is going to throw for 4,000 yards this year. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm tripping. He definitely still has 11 interceptions. It's definitely something he needs to still cut down on. The turnovers. 11 is higher than it should be, but it's not 20. It's not 18 like it was in previous seasons.
Right.
Travis Etienne's going to have 1,000 yards rushing, and that defense is legit. I gotta give credit to Parker Washington. That kid's been incredible for them recently.
Washington has been balling. So let me see this. Who got in? I just had the rosters. Wait a second here. All right. So again, Buffalo had 3. Of course, Josh Allen, James Cook got in. Only Dolphin that made it was Devon Achane, which is rightful so. Achane's been doing good. Patriots, Christian Gonzalez and Drake May.
Well, hold on. Before you read every team, I got the NFC and AFC roster.
Oh yeah, that's what I was looking for. I was ciphering through who was the main.
You're fine. The NFC quarterbacks and running backs. So the only question on the NFC side is the quarterbacks are Matt Stafford, Sam Darnold, Dak Prescott. Should Jordan Love have made it in over any of those 3 quarterbacks?
You said Stafford,
Darnold, and Prescott. Jordan Love would have been the fourth one. He was third in MVP
Yeah.
voting like a couple weeks ago. Now, to be honest, I said this, and Brett, close your ears. I said this over and over again. I think Jordan Love just doesn't have it. And I ask everybody that's a Green Bay Packers fan or a Jordan Love stan, can you give me his signature moment, his comeback? They were down 7. He came back and won the football game. I'll wait. They're a front-running team with a good defense.
I can't see Jordan Love over those 3 now. You see what Sam Darnold's doing with the Seahawks, Stafford MVP candidate, and Dak. Dak's leading the league in passing. So I get why they did those 3.
The running backs are easy. There's no debate. Jahmyr Gibbs, Christian McCaffrey, Bijan Robinson. They're the best 3 in the game.
100%.
The wide receivers, there's very little debate to me. Puka Nacua, JSN are absolute locks.
Right.
And then the other 2 are George Pickens and Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think they're locks also.
I mean, I've seen some people question Amon-Ra St. Brown maybe for Smitty because he's been, but I see where they, I see where they got those, receivers from.
Amon-Ra way over Smitty for me. Trent McBride and George Kittle are your tight ends. I think they're the best 2 tight ends in football. Where I have an issue is the offensive line. I think they get very lazy. Cam Jurgens making the Pro Bowl when he's been terrible this year.
Yeah, that's why I was like, huh? How?
I just was confused. And then Jalen Carter being the number 1 defensive tackle and starting when you have Jordan Davis, who's arguably been the better defensive tackle on his team.
Yeah, I don't get that either. Carter has been playing hurt all season, so he wasn't 100% each game. That's why I said I would switch out Cam and Carter in a second. I would have put Goddard and Davis there.
And I know he hasn't played all year, but as an Eagle fan, I think Nakobe Dean has had a better season than Zach Bond. He's been incredible. I think, and a lot of people at first had a problem with him taking a lot of Jihad Campbell snaps. I don't hear those anymore. I hear Jihad Campbell playing more snaps of Zach Bonds than I hear Nakobe Dean's. The Eagles aren't going to play a lot of 4-3 unless they play the Bears, which I would expect for Vic to adjust if we play the Bears again to play 4-3. Yeah. Like they're going to play a lot of nickel, especially with Quinion and Cooper DeJean as your nickel cornerbacks, who are both Pro Bowlers. Any issues with the NFC side? The corners on the NFC side are insane. J.C. Horn, Devon Witherspoon, Cooper DeJean, Quinion Mitchell. I mean, I think they've done a great job.
Yeah, no, I don't see any issues there in the NFC. I actually think the NFC probably had the better roster, in my opinion.
Oh, now the AFC roster: Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Drake May. The question would be, Josh Allen and Drake May, absolutely. Right. Do you think Justin Herbert should be a starter? And if he's not, who should start over him?
I mean, again, this popularity contest. Knicks maybe over Herbert. I'm only going off because Denver got the better record than than the Chargers. Trying to see who other quarterbacks there is.
Well, it's funny. If you lined up, I'm going to read. Can I blind read you 2 quarterback stats? And I want to hear your opinion.
Yeah.
If you don't mind. I'm going to blind read this to you. And I'm just going to, I'll go quarterback 1, quarterback 2. Okay. 1 second. I'm just pulling them back up. Side by side. Okay. Quarterback 1, 66.5 completion percentage, 3,491 yards, 25 touchdowns, 1 rushing, 12 interceptions with a 94.1 rating. Quarterback 2, 3,500 yards, 60% completion percent, so less on the completion percentage, 26 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 11 interceptions with a 96 quarterback rating. So more touchdowns, a little bit less turnovers, and the same amount of yards. Which quarterback would you take?
I'm gonna go with the one with the more Honestly, just me that has the better completion percentage.
So the completion percentage was Justin Herbert. The other one was Trevor Lawrence. And the funny part of that is Trevor Lawrence has an extra 180 yards rushing. So I don't know. I understand that, but Jacksonville has more wins, and their quarterbacks are comped.
I just felt it could have been anybody but Herbert. It could have been anybody but Herbert. I think even if T Law would have been in there, I wouldn't have been mad. Bo Nix would have been there, I wouldn't have been mad. It's just Herbert, really.
I just like comping them because they've been comped their whole careers. And when you ask most people, they'll tell you that Justin Herbert's better than Trevor Lawrence, and I just don't see it. That's not what my opinion's been for years.
Never was a Justin Herbert guy. I don't hate him. I'm not saying I don't hate his talent or anything. It's just it's never been like he's broken records. Yes, I get that. He's efficient. It's just he doesn't move me. He doesn't. He's not a mover for me.
Running backs: Jonathan Taylor, Devon Achane, and James Cook. I think these are pretty obvious.
Yep, have no issue there.
Wide receivers. This is where
it gets crazy.
Sad. Jamar Chase and Nico Collins. I'm okay with that.
Right.
Zay Flowers and Cortland Sutton.
How?
Did you know Zay Flowers has more fumbles than touchdowns this year?
Mm-hmm.
How? Now, as always, you ask the question, if you have to remove someone, you have to add someone. So if we're removing Zay Flowers, who are we adding?
Receivers on the AFC side.
So there's not a lot this year. I'll be very clear.
Right.
Just going by receiving yards, he's up there. Cortland Sutton and Zay Flowers at 1,000 yards. So I guess if you were just going by receiving yards, Zay Flowers would be the pick.
Shoot, I would have took Waddle over Zay. I'm just saying.
Jalen Waddle had 135 less receiving yards, 4 more touchdowns, and 14 less receptions. So Cortland Sutton is 4th on that list. The 3rd is actually Zay Flowers in the AFC receiving yards category. But I'll get a little bit more technical here. I understand that Zay Flowers has the yardage and the receptions, and if it's a stat that we're just looking for, that's fine, and that's what I'll go with. But when I look at the best receivers in the AFC, I can't overlook the fact that Jalen Waddle, Stephon Diggs, DK Metcalf are all better receivers than Zay Flowers. Does that earn them a Pro Bowl? No, he shouldn't have. This is laughable. And what?
He's right. He's being biased.
All right. So would you go Flowers, Waddle, DK, or Diggs?
I would have honestly went Waddle or Diggs. I think Diggs having a good season over there in New England. I don't know. I just didn't like the Zay Flower pick. It's like, what did he do? What he does so special? Every time he gets the ball and he does too much, it's a fumble.
Yeah. It's funny. Jacoby Myers had a full season. I think Jacoby Myers would have been in this conversation too. He's been great. T. Higgins is another one. If he had a full season, I think he's in this conversation too. T. Higgins has 10 receiving touchdowns.
I wouldn't have been mad if they went Chase Higgins. Like, honestly.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Bowers and Kelsey are your tight ends. And then, once again, I am fine with Max Crosby being the 3rd D end. I would have preferred Danielle Hunter. I think he's played better. Will Anderson and Myles Garrett being your Pro Bowl starters is like a dream for me.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett, DPOY, I picked him again. He's going to win it again. He's going to break the sack record. And my favorite player, my favorite non-Eagle in the entire world has been Will Anderson. I think he is a stud. I referenced his game versus Georgia in the SEC championship game and even a national championship in a loss. I've been a Will Anderson stan for a long time. I think that Will Anderson, and this, I don't care if this sounds crazy, is cemented himself as the second best edge rusher in football. That's ahead of Michael Parsons. That's ahead of TJ Watt. That's ahead of Max Crosby. That's ahead of Nick Bosa. That's ahead of anybody, Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa. I think that Will Anderson Jr. is the second best edge rusher in football.
I don't disagree there because that Houston defense is nasty. Very nasty over there in Houston.
I think the defense on the AFC side is absurd. Nick Bonito, TJ Watt, Chris Jones, Jeffrey Simmons, Roquan Smith, Derek Stingley, Patrick Surtain, Christian Gonzalez, Jalen Ramsey at safety, Kyle Hamilton, Derwin James. I think the AFC is the way better defense. I think the NFC is the way better offense. I don't think Goff got snubbed. Lions fans bitch about everything, Damien. And before we move forward, because he brought that up, I want to get your opinion on the last play of the Lions-Steelers game.
Offensive pass interference, though. Y'all barely call OPI. I think that's like one of the least calls that gets called. But two of them. I don't know. You gotta let them play at some point. That's just crazy. You get down, they get all the way down there, and then the offensive PI, and then they didn't have that much time on the clock. They had to run it off. I could see that Will Anderson breaking Garrett one day. I didn't like that.
I'm on the other side.
I didn't like that play at all.
I'm on the other side here, Keith. I think that both of them were clear and obvious OPI. The pick play, it was so obvious. Like when you see Amon-Ra so open, and the guy's blocking like 6-7 yards downfield. Like Isaac Tesla didn't do a great job of blocking. Now the touchdown, non-touchdown. Here's why I had the issue with the Amon-Ra play at the end of the game. Did I think it was OPI? Absolutely. I think he ran directly into Jalen Ramsey and basically pushed off. Like it was an old Michael Irvin move. He ran at him, bumped him, and then pushed off. Here's where it becomes an issue for me. His forward progress was stopped with 4 seconds left. Mm-hmm. The Lions had a timeout left. Tight end. The Lions had a timeout left. What I think should have happened, I think they should have stopped his forward progress with 4 seconds left, called the penalty, pushed him back, allowed the Lions to use their last timeout, and then I still think the Steelers win the game. So I don't think the Lions were robbed by any means. But I think that was where the mistake happened with the calls. I think both calls were accurate, Key. Both of them. But opinions are like assholes. Everyone has them, and most of them stink.
I mean, I was on a train of saying, I don't think Detroit gets in the playoffs. You've been saying it all season. Don't think Detroit gets in, and people want to look at me with 99 heads. What do you mean? Detroit's not getting in the playoffs. Look at them now. They're not going.
We make bold predictions before the wire-to-wire season happens, Key. My bold prediction this year was the 2 number 1 seeds from both conferences will not make the playoffs. That was the Chiefs and the Lions last year. I was told I'm an idiot. I'm stupid. I don't know the game. Listen to me. I'm going to say something. It's going to sound very cocky, and I want everyone here to listen. All 9 of you listening live and the thousands that will be listening later, because we definitely get up there on the shows. I'm going to state this, and I'm going to make this very simple. The most knowledgeable basketball guys on this podcast network are Mo and Brett. It's not hard to understand that. The most knowledgeable college guys I know are Dante from ECG, Cottrell, Shalley, Black Elmore. They know college better than anybody I've ever listened to. I'm telling you this right now. There's not a person that you know that breaks down the NFL like I do. Not one. And look, I wanted Detroit to win. I picked them on wire to wire. 31-16 or something for the year. I picked them. I wanted them to win. Y'all need to stop fucking crying in Detroit. Y'all need to stop Jaylen Warren from having 2 45-yard touchdown runs before you complain about an OPI that was correctly called. Key, before we get off NFL, can I do something fun with you?
Yep.
All right. I have some stuff, and y'all can play along in the chat. Key, do you have a pen and paper near you?
I mean, I got a phone with an iPad. I mean,
can you write down these 10 names for me? You don't have to write down the whole names. All I want you to do is I want you to the initials just so you remember who they are. Is that fair?
Yep.
All right. Tony Gonzalez.
All right.
Tony G. Mike Evans. Don Maynard.
Wait, what was the one after Mike Evans?
Don Maynard.
All right.
Julio Jones.
Uh-huh.
Art Monk.
That's my cousin, by the way. No bullshitting you.
Love that. Travis Kelce.
Uh-huh.
Andre Johnson. The Cheetah, Tyreek Hill. Jason Witten. And the playmaker, Michael Irvin.
All right.
Okay. These are 10. They're randomized. They're mixed up. There's no order that I read them to you in. Now, this is called a mind game. I want you to stay away from the mind. Don't step on the mind. Out of those 10 players, who has the most career receiving yards? Now, I don't want you to name the most. I want you to eliminate the other 9 and see how far you get. Now, the goal is to eliminate all the people that have the least amount of receiving yards on that list between those 10.
So I'm getting rid of.
Just eliminate people one by one.
Go. Whoo. All right. Take Art Monk off.
Art Monk off. All right. He's eliminated. He has 12,721.
What's that? Maynard?
Don Maynard, eliminated. 11,834. I'm going to start asking you final answer because I don't want you to accidentally say the guy talking through it. Don Maynard was number 9 out of 10, by the way.
Let's go Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill, number 10 out of 10, 11,363 yards. Good elimination.
Not gonna you say had 1, right?
You can eliminate everyone. You just don't want to get number 1. You want to see how far you get until you eliminate who's number 1.
I got you. Let's go. Give me Jason Witten.
Jason Witten. Be careful. He's eliminated. I think he's number 4. Yeah, he's number 4.
Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce. Eliminated. That's a good elimination. You got 5 left, I think. Yeah, she got 5 left.
Tony Gonzalez.
That is it. That is the mine. You stepped on the highest. Tony Gonzalez is number 1, 15,127 receiving yards.
It was between him and Irv for me.
Irvin was actually number 8,
Mm.
11,900. Number 2 was actually Andre Johnson.
Yeah, that's why that's why I didn't say him right out the bat. I knew he was going to be up there.
And Julio was number 3.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do one more?
Sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you a hometown one. This is for you. I don't know. I could just because he's on the list. Not saying he won. He's the correct answer. Who has the most passing yards in a game? One single game. So I'm going to read you 10 quarterbacks, and I want you to eliminate them one by one. So you got to write them down again. You ready?
Got it.
Justin Herbert, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Carson Palmer, Russell Wilson, Cam Newton, Jacoby Brissett, Blake Bortles, Nick Foles, Josh Allen, and Andy Dalton. Their single game highest passing yards performance ever. Most passing yards in one game. You have to eliminate from 10 to 1.
You said passing yards in a game, right?
Correct. One game. Eliminate somebody. We got to eliminate somebody.
Let me go Dalton.
Andy Dalton, I think he's number 10 with 418 yards eliminated.
Go with Bortles.
Blake Bortles. It's a great one. I think you're on. Well, he's not. I think he's 8. 430 yards.
Palmer.
440 yards. Eliminated.
Cam Newton.
Scam Newton, 432 yards. Eliminated.
Let's go Brissett.
Be very careful.
Oh boy.
Jacoby Brissett, number 2. 452 yards. Who do you got left?
Herbert, Fitz, Russ, Nick, and Josh.
Okay. Who are you thinking? Who do you think is number 1?
I honestly think it's Fitz. Because he could sling it. I ain't want to go obvious pick Josh Allen because I know he's a gunslinger too.
All right, let's eliminate someone.
Russ.
Tied for number 2.
Oh, Jesus.
452 yards.
Herbert.
Is that your elimination?
Yeah.
420 yards. You're safe. So we got Fitz, Foles, and
Josh.
Allen.
Yep.
Okay. You have number 10, number 7, and number 1 left.
10, 7, and 1. Okay.
I'm sorry, 9, 7.
Nick.
That's your landmine.
Damn.
Nick Foles, 471 yards.
Was it that Oakland game?
7 touchdowns versus the Raiders. Good job, though, Key. You did pretty well. I liked it. What did you think about those?
That was pretty good.
All right.
Damn, Nick with the 8th to the 7th, that Oakland game. That's why I didn't pick him right off the bat. I was like, something's gonna tell me Nick gonna be up there.
Let's give our projections for football games tomorrow and then the basketball games tomorrow.
It's NFL. It's terrible.
It's awful.
Terrible.
Is Lamar Jackson going to play?
I don't know.
Doesn't look like he's going to play.
I know. I like the Saturday games over the Thursday games.
We can go with both. Thursday games are very, very boring.
Very.
Dallas at Washington. Dallas -7. Detroit at Minnesota. Detroit -7.5. Denver at the third string quarterback of Kansas City. Denver -13.5.
Of course, going Cowboys, Lions, Denver here.
You're going with the triple D.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, I agree with you, by the way. The one game I think will be interesting is Washington always plays Dallas hard in Washington. Saturday, Houston at the Chargers. The Chargers are 2.5-point favorites. This is kind of a revenge game. The last time these guys played, D'Amico Ryans and that Houston Texans defense absolutely annihilated Justin Herbert.
I'm gonna still take the Texans here. I just something about their I love their defense. And then CJ and that offense is getting together. I'm gonna take Houston here. I just like the defense.
I like Houston also. Me and you are on the same page. Baltimore at Green Bay. Green Bay is a 3-point favorite.
It's just the way Baltimore has been playing lately. And especially, I don't know if Lamar doesn't start, even though Snoop doesn't do a bad job. Snoop is a very capable backup for Baltimore. I feel like Snoop kind of does more things Lamar. And I say, no, I'm not taking anything from Lamar. I just feel like sometimes Snoop will do things better than what Lamar can do. I'm going to still take Green Bay here. Slight edge over Green Bay here.
I got Green Bay in this football game. I think that the spread is so close because they're not sure if Lamar is going to play or not. If Snoop Huntley plays, I really like that Green Bay defense. And I think Jordan Love at home will be able to move that Packers offense.
I agree with that.
Let's move over to the NBA docket. We'll go through all 5 Christmas games.
Yep.
We'll start off with the 12 o'clock game. The Cleveland Cavaliers are going to travel into New York and Madison Square Garden. And they take on the New York Knickerbockers.
I'm gonna go Knicks. Cavaliers not the same team they was last year, that 1 seed, and I know Mike Brown is not a significant upgrade from Tibbs, but I mean he's trying. So 20-9. I mean, not bad for the Knicks. I'm gonna go New York here.
You got another really fun game here, and I think this is the game of the day. And the funny thing is, we just seen this game last night in San Antonio. The San Antonio Spurs seem to be the only team that has the number of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Spurs at Thunder, Christmas Day in Oklahoma City.
I don't know. This might be like the new rivalry here. I don't know. There's something about the Spurs. I like this. I like the Spurs roster. Of course, got Wemby, Castle, those guys. I'm gonna say the Spurs get them again. I know a lot of people like, oh, OKC don't know how to play basketball. You got SGA who's flopping every time. I say SGA gets the Patty treatment. You can't touch the Patty and Tom Brady treatment. You can't touch him. You can't play defense. He's going to flop. Nobody touches him. He gets crazy. He goes to the line. He's a free throw merchant. So, but I'm gonna still take the Spurs.
I'll take the Thunder. I think the Thunder blow them out. I think they repay them from last night. I think the Thunder are the best team in basketball. Dallas, and this is a Christmas game if I've ever heard one. Klay Thompson, Cooper Flag going into Golden State to take on Steph Curry and Draymond Green.
I'm gonna still pick the Warriors.
I like the Warriors. Maybe for the last time ever, Kevin Durant at LeBron James on Christmas Day. Houston at the Lakers.
I'm going to go Houston here. I'm going to Houston to beat the Lakers.
I'm with you, Key. And then the last game of the night, Anticlaus at the Joker.
Go Denver here. That's if I'm even up to watch this game.
It's 10 o'clock Christmas night. I
Like
don't know. If I'm up.
10:30. I hate these late games.
I don't know if I'm up for that one.
Yeah. Give me Denver.
Big game last night, by the way. Sixers, by the way, lost to the Brooklyn
I
Nets.
seen that, and Joel got hurt, but he came back in.
But the game I kind of wanted to talk about was 131-130. The Dallas Mavericks won at home versus the Denver Nuggets. Cooper Flag, 33-9-9. What a rookie he is turning into.
It's obviously Bronny. Get out of here with that, Damian.
What did he say?
He said, who's the bigger bust?
Well, Flag's not a bust at all.
He definitely ain't.
Just talking about it. 33-9-9.
Shoot, even AD had 31. That 31 by AD, 15 by Marshall, 33 by Flag. Nembhard had 11. Hardy had 10.
Other than that, last night's games were kind of uneventful outside the Spurs just taking it to the Thunder. Won the fourth quarter by 15 points. And, listen, Wemby didn't even play. I mean, he played it, came off the bench. They're still working him back in.
The Clippers beat Houston? Jesus.
I don't know what's up with Houston right now. I think Houston's got one of the best teams in basketball, but the one thing, the Houston Rockets, I think they lack a true point guard, and I think that they need that. They need a true point guard to be able to facilitate the offense. I love Amen Thompson. I don't think he can play point.
Reed Shepard, he's good, but like you said, they missing Fred VanVleet out there.
I think they need a true point guard.
Do you think they pick one up?
I think they get one in the trade deadline. Don't look for a Drew Holiday.
Wouldn't mind Drew Holiday in Houston with Durant. That ain't bad.
Drew and Amen Thompson being your backcourt defenders
that's gonna be crazy.
What do you got planned for Christmas Eve and Christmas, Key?
I gotta do last minute things. My girl needs to get some things, so probably driving around and see what we can get. And then tomorrow I will be visiting my favorite girl of all time, my great grandma, who is 101. So I will be gracing my presence to see her tomorrow.
Visiting my grandma tomorrow too. I'm going to my aunt's house today, and I'm spending the evening with my mom. So it'll be a great Christmas for me. I'm hoping everybody out there has a great Christmas themselves. Want to come and bring you some sports cheer on this very easy, relaxing Wednesday morning. I want to remind everyone that there will be no Wire to Wire sports podcast tonight, but we will be re-airing the Jean versus Ronda Rousey episode. I know a lot of you guys have never seen that. I don't think he's ever seen that.
I don't think I have.
We have an episode that I'll ask you before we wrap up. Maybe the listeners will tune in. But the debate was this, and I'll say it very simple to you. I don't think there's a chance in hell in a fight. If I had to fight, now I'm not advocating hitting women, Jean Walczak versus Ronda Rousey, that I lose that fight. They thought it was crazy.
Okay, so you saying you can beat Ronda?
100%. 100%.
Which Ronda we talking about? Back in her prime Ronda?
This was the Ronda right before she fought Amanda Nunes.
Oh.
It was after she had lost to Holly Holm, and she had took a year off. That was the conversation that.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I love to hear your thoughts. I don't mind. I don't take it offensive. 70% of people say I'm crazy for saying this, but I don't mind.
I mean, she took a year off. I mean, after she got whooped, she might be on a little revenge. But I don't know. you may be able to go toe to toe. Well, I'm gonna say not toe to toe, but
What would her method of victory be, Key?
she would try to.
I don't think it's the wrong way. She's a 135-pound woman. I'm not trying to be sexist when I say that. I'm a 300-pound male. What would her method of victory be?
She would try to she would at least, I know she would try to have you tap somehow.
Okay, so her most taps come from the armbar.
But she would have to get you down first to do that.
I would be able to curl her. I could curl 135. Am I tripping?
No.
I don't think there's any chance she beats me in a fight. None. But you'll see the full debate tonight. Tune in. Anything else you'd like to share? When's the next Passion and Precision?
I believe it's Friday. I know that's the big of course I came on a little later, but I know that's the big year, I think, show. So we got some things planned.
All righty. Well, that's all we got today. I appreciate everybody tuning in this morning to Coffee and Sports. I'm the NFL genius, Gene Walzak, and that's Key, and she's always in the building. Any final thoughts, Key?
No, have everybody have a Merry, safe Christmas with your loved ones. Again, still check on the folks during this holiday season, still going on up until the new year. So up until December 31st. So everyone have a safe one. Don't drink too much eggnog. Just saying.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night.